Welcome everybody, I am Rye, and this is the Tie-Dye Rye Guy Mycology Adventure channel. Just another internet rando that loves mushrooms and learning how to do things. So definitely follow me if you want to see all my mishaps. They'll hopefully lead to some successes. But today I'm going to make some grain water agar to use for isolations, transfers, clones. I purchased a 400 pack of 60 millimeter Petri dishes, sterilized. There'll be a link in the description down below. It was less than 40 bucks, and that's going to last me quite some time. I chose to go with the smaller plates since I'm going to be doing several transfers quickly and will be significantly more economical. So if you were following my grain prep video before, you'll notice that I saved the water that I strained from the boil. Now the nutrient profile of this water is going to be that of the grains, or very similar to that of the grains. So if I make the agar with the grain water, then I'm going to be able to train the mycelium to eat the grain. So what I want to do is I want to weigh out my agar, which is going to be right here. And for 500 milliliters, I use, depending on what I'm going to be doing with the agar, I'll use 10 to 12 grams. For a harder media, you want to go a little heavier. So in this situation, I'm going to do 12 grams. Now, if I was going to do something like a grab and drag or something where I needed the agar to be a little softer, then I would just add a little less agar. It's really that simple. So this is all this is going to be, that's 12.5. That'll be good. So I just want to have my 12 grams of agar, and this is going to be for my grain water agar. So then I also today am going to be making this fancy bottle here. I'm going to be making just water agar. So it's literally just going to be the agar powder and water. So it's 11 and 12.5. 12.5 is good. All right, so this is just going to be hot water, which I'm going to get in my kettle here. And then I'll weigh the water as I'm pouring it in. You know, a milliliter is a gram, so I'll get 500 grams of water. And then I will heat up my grain water to mix with the agar in this Pyrex container. So I'll grab this on the stove, move the pressure cooker, get the front going. I want to heat this up so it'll dissolve the agar pretty rapidly. I'll get that mixed up, and then we're going to throw that into the pressure cooker. All right, now that we've got our agar pressure cooked, we're going to pour them into plates. So I like to find where the top is and then cut away the bottom so that when I dump the plates out, they will be top up. It's the method that is done on every other channel. I've never seen any deviation from this because it works. And then I like to keep my bags here in front of the flow hood because I'm going to reuse them to seal up the plates, so I don't have to do every single individual plate that I'm not going to use. Just put them right back in the bag. And this part takes a second. Now these are the 60 millimeter I'm going to be doing several transfers really quickly because I'm hunting phenotypes and doing spore work. So if I want to grow out a bigger plate, I have 100mm glass, and then I do get some 100mm plastic ones as well. The glass are nice, it's just extra steps, but reusables definitely save the environment. So definitely a huge proponent on reusing and reducing waste. As I chop away all of this plastic from China, yes, I understand the hypocrisy. Oh, man, that's plate down. It's just not worth it. I mean, it might be fine, but literally, it's just not worth it. How upset I am when I see a contaminated plate. I just want to reduce the risk of upsetting myself. Because there's nothing worse than going into the lab and incubation chamber and checking everything out and finding undesirable growths. But that's a part of the game. No matter how aseptic and clean I am, these things are microscopic. Alright, so once I got all these guys out and ready, I'm going to go ahead and ISO my hands again. Why not? Take this. Let's see, this is the charcoal agar grain water from the rye. No bubbles on top. That's nice. It's cool to the touch. It's cooled down to like 116 a minute ago. Now it's at 110, 111. So I got to hurry up. So I'm going to sit down for this one. All right. And I go from the bottom and lift up all from the lid as I go and try to be smooth and quick. And I always give a squirt around the lip just as an extra precaution. Having a level surface is pretty important too. This one sags down a little bit in the center, and I haven't addressed it yet. Again, neglecting that. So I'm going to get those close to the flow hood. Slide these guys over and repeat. And try not to spill any. Alright, good to the last drop. Alright, I let this one cool a little too much and I'm getting little chunks now. Should be alright, but ideally it'll be a nice smooth pour. No coagulated chunkers. Make it a little faster. So if you're interested in any cultures or anything, you can find me in the link tree, send me an email, message me. And these are the processes that I do to ensure that what I'm giving you is a clean product. And everything is guaranteed. Because if something happens, I want to make it right. Unfortunately, I still have some plates left over here. We'll get those back in front of the flow hood. It's not the easiest to run them in. Seal this off. A lot of twists, and grab a piece of Durapore because it's right here. And put these off to the side. All right. So now I'm going to let all these cool. I'm going to seal them up, and then I'm also going to do some work with these plates once they are cooled. So thanks for following along.